Audio Jungle.
Man accused of murdering journalist Barbara Gail remanded until July 21. The man accused of murdering veteran journalist Barbara Gail has been further remanded for the continuation of his plea and case management hearing on July 21. Travis Ellis, who is charged with murder and robbery with aggravation in connection with Gail's murder last December, was in general remanded for a psychiatric evaluation. The Home Circuit Court was informed that the evaluation was done, but the report is outstanding. In the meantime, the prosecution was ordered to disclose two newly obtained documents, forensic DNA and biology certificate, to the defense by June 13. Gail, a respected retired journalist who was still writing for The Gleaner, was found dead at her Caymanas estate home on December 17 with multiple stab wounds and blunt force trauma to her head. Ellis was last seen with her on Monday, December 16. Investigators allege that the defendant broke into a house on the day Gail was last seen alive. It is alleged that after breaking into the house, the suspect, in a bid to elude security personnel, ran to Phase 1, where he went to Gail's home. It's alleged that he later attacked Gail inside her house after engaging her in a conversation. Her GLA 180 Mercedes-Benz was found along the Dyke Road in Portmore, St. Catherine, a day after she was found dead. It is believed that Ellis drove the vehicle to the location after Gail's murder. Ellis is being represented by King's Counsel Tom Tavares-Finch and attorney at law Donahue Martin. Police appeal for persons of interest to turn themselves in immediately. The St. Andrew South Criminal Investigations Branch CIB is appealing to the following individuals to report to the CIB office no later than 4 p.m. on Monday, May 26, 2025. These persons are considered persons of interest in connection with recent acts of violence in the Fitzgerald Avenue area of Kingston 13 on Sunday, May 25th, according to a statement from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. They are Andre Brown, O.C. Biggs. His last known address is 10.5 Fitzgerald Avenue, Kingston 13. Andre Brown, affectionately called Baldhead, last known address 10.5 Fitzgerald Avenue, Kingston 13. Father of Andre Brown Jr., also Andre Escoffer, affectionately called Red Nose. His last known address is 3 Water Street, Kingston 13. The police believe these individuals may be able to assist in an ongoing investigation. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of these men is strongly urged to contact the police immediately at 119-311, the Hunts Bay CIB, or report to the nearest police station. The police continue to appeal for calming the affected communities and remind residents that violence will not be tolerated. Full cooperation with law enforcement is crucial in maintaining peace and ensuring justice, the police noted. St. Andrew South Police foster unity through Football League in Greenwich Farm. The St. Andrew South Police Division's 2.5 months long football competition, Greenwich Farm Corner League, held its last match on Sunday. Residents from across the Greenwich Farm community turned out in full support of the initiative, which brought together youth and residents under the banner of peace, sportsmanship, and unity. The grand final saw North Avenue Edge out 4th Street in a thrilling contest, securing a 1-0 victory. The winning goal was scored by Kemarly Brissett, sealing North Avenue Place as champions in the inaugural tournament. Superintendent Damon Mandison, head of the St. Andrew South Division, praised the success of the initiative, noting that it had exceeded the expectations of the police in both turnout and impact. This competition has gone beyond what we envisioned. It's not just about football, it's about connection, trust, and change, Mandison said. We are here to stay with the residents of Greenwich Farm. We're proud to see the community coming together like this. Superintendent Mandison also highlighted a significant reduction in violent crime within the area, noting that there hasn't been a murder in Greenwich Farm for the past 9 months, a testament, he said, to ongoing community policing strategies. The Greenwich Farm Corner League is one of several initiatives by the St. Andrew South Police aimed at fostering positive relationship between law enforcement and residents, particularly in communities historically affected by crime. PM Holness says aircraft maintenance and operation industry to be developed in Burnham Field, Clarendon. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the government will develop an aircraft maintenance and operations industry in Vernon Field, Clarendon. Speaking at the party's meeting in Clarendon, the Prime Minister said the industry is very lucrative, but will take some time to develop. He said airlines will bring this aircraft to the location to have them repair and maintain. Dr. Holness noted that this will provide employment for citizens in the parish. The Prime Minister expressed confidence in the island's technical experts in getting the job done effectively.
Now, Vernon Field will create new employment opportunities for young people in this constituency and all the constituencies in Clarendon. One area that we are targeting, and it is a very lucrative industry. Obviously, it takes time to build out, but it is in the progress. It is called the aircraft maintenance and operation. Maintenance, repair, operation. And that is where all the airlines carry in their planes to get maintained and repaired. Right now, you have such operations in Honduras. You have them in other Latin American countries. But because Jamaica is so centrally located, we can have that kind of operation here. And you don't need to have a big one because the airline industry, the aircraft industry is so large. You just need to get 1 or 2 airlines sending 5 or 6 planes here to get them repaired and maintained, and you have a big industry. And I know that we have the technical expertise to do it. And I know we have the people who we can train to do it. So that is going to be a new industry that we're going to develop for your parish and specifically to help the people here.
Alpart to reopen soon. The process to reopen the Jamaica Iron Steel Company, Jessica Alpart facility in Main St. Elizabeth, is set to commence in short order. The disclosure comes from Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining Floyd Green, who was addressing the National Minerals Week Church service held at the Black River Independent Baptist Church in St. Elizabeth on May 25th. Before closing in 2019 to make way for the modernization and expansion of the facility, Jessica Alpart was credited for its vast contribution to the island's mining sector. One of the things that we're significantly focusing on for this year is reopening of Alpart. Alpart is our only high-temperature aluminum refinery, Green noted. He outlined that during a meeting with the owners of the facility, it was noted that more than 300 persons have been employed over the last few months to do an assessed verification exercise as a precursor for the reopening of the refinery. I want to assure the residents of St. Elizabeth that we expect by the end of the year, Alpart will start the progress of reopening, and that will be a massive boost for the parish, the minister noted. Green further informed that the ministry will be looking to diversify the island's minerals. For a long time we have spoken about bauxite. We do a lot of limestone, but some of you may know that historically, Jamaica does have quantities of gold, he stated. Jamaica also has quantities of copper, and I believe that we need to start the process this year to finally look into whether we have enough to set up a gold industry and whether we have enough to set up a copper industry, Green noted. Also at the service were Minister of State in the ministry, Franklin Whitton, and Chief Technical Director in the ministry, Courtney Cole. National Minerals Week is being observed from May 25th to 30 under the theme Minerals for National Development. Among the activities for the week will be a bauxite land titling and subdivision permitting conference, Mineral Sector Investment Conference, and Technical Conference. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.